we'll get into that. All right, Greenwood community spans the whole area, and it was a philosopher Booker T. Washington, number one, to try to get individuals to buy property and also to build on that property. We're gonna get into that with our Booker T. towns and settlements as well. But right here in Tuskegee, Booker T. Washington, the house at they call the Oaks. Who can tell me for this little Booker T. Washington coin that I have in my hand that the president passed out for all the guests alike? Who can tell me what the year Booker T. Washington home was built in?
Good question.
Hold the coin. Hold the coin. All right. The reason why that's important is because Booker T. Washington set the example. He set the example for Greenwood community and all the other communities here in this area. When Booker T. Washington came to Tuskegee, I'm gonna get into Booker T. Washington town something. Let me see how much time I have. When Booker T. Washington came to Tuskegee, there was nothing here. There were two main churches here. One was Butler Chapel, and one was Mount Olive Missionary Baptist Church. And one was Butler Chapel AME Zion Church. And it's here now. You'll see a marker on the outside of that church, a white marker, saying home place of Tuskegee University, founded by Lewis Adams and Booker T. Washington. Lewis Adams, you know who he is? Okay, the reason why I ask you that is because that's gonna be in our black towns and settlements as well. Lewis Adams is the proponent of the founder, really the founder of Tuskegee University, and Booker T. Washington is the first founding principal of Tuskegee University. See, here's the difference. What's the difference? Principal. First founding principal. Because he's founder and principal, because here Tuskegee didn't exist when he came here. All right, but however, the idea itself was conceived by Lewis Adams, a man, a black fellow here who was a pawnbroker, number one, got to pass through Congress to appropriate $2,000 for a school here for Tuskegee. Okay? Then they needed a principal. Who's the principal they sent for? All right, and where was Booker T. Washington School? Come on. Hampton Institute. All right, which is the mother school of Tuskegee. Right? Or sister school, whichever one you prefer, okay? So as a result, Booker T. Washington came here, built the school, and then after building the school, I like his philosophy, I like the way he did it. He didn't build a house first. Does it make sense to you? He didn't build a house for himself first, which he could have very easily done. But instead, he built a what? He built a school, and then after that, the students, after they got through building all the buildings here, then they built a what? A house for him. Not for himself per se, but for what reason? Come on now, come on, help me. I need your help.
For the teachers.
For the teacher, what else? You hitting on it. What else for?
The students.
The students, yes, but what else? What was he doing? Booker T. Washington was not a show-off in terms of saying, look here, look at my big house. What was he doing? Helping the community by doing what?
Teaching.
By teaching what?
How to build things for yourself.
How to build things for yourself. And the best way to teach a person is by what? By doing it what? Oh, come on now, I need y'all help, but y'all gotta wake up. I have to wake up in here, because number one, I get excited when I talk about Tuskegee. Because Tuskegee is, one thing about it, you'll never find another HBCU like what? Tuskegee. I don't care how big it is, how old it is, or whatever, Tuskegee is unique within itself. Booker T. Washington was responsible for that. And that's why I don't want you to do like I had some students to do when I was working with the Park Service. They waited until their senior year. And they said, well, let me go in this building here. What was Booker T. Washington house called? Oh, let me go in this building here before I leave here. I'm graduating. And after I got through taking them to the building, guess what they said? Oh, I wish I had gone through it my freshman year. Because, hey, I could appreciate the school much better. All right? If I'd only known this, the kings and queens who were associated with Booker T. Washington, the buildings, the towns, and the settlements that he, all the things Booker T. This place was called the Machine, Tuskegee Machine. What's a machine? What does a machine do? Operates what? Efficiently. It worked so well till Booker T. Washington School was called, this area was called the Tuskegee Machine. It's written down in your books and when you go through your material, if your teacher hadn't already given that to you. The Tuskegee Machine. Booker T. Washington was advised by how many presidents? I got a coin. How many presidents?
Three.
Huh? You got it. No, name them.
I ain't named them.
No, I can name them.
Oh yeah, you can have it back if you name them.
But I know we're gonna get McCormick, huh? McKinley, Taft, and Roosevelt.
There you go. Good job.
All right? McKinley, Taft, Roosevelt. That Roosevelt. What Roosevelt is that? What Roosevelt? There are two presidents of Roosevelt. Huh? Teddy, the Rough Rider, because Franklin Roosevelt wasn't what?
You said
He wasn't in office at that time.
No.
Franklin Roosevelt. The difference is Franklin Roosevelt had what? What ailment did he have?
You said what?
What ailment?
Polio?
Polio. Now you opening up your mind. Let it flow. He had polio, but we are talking about Teddy the what? The Rough Rider. The one who said, walk lightly and... Wait a minute now, hold a minute. Walk lightly and carry a big...
Stick. There you go.
Oh, now you kicking. Now you clicking. All right.
That's some high school stuff though. That's not what we ain't learned that yet in this class.
I mean, you learned it already. We just regurgitating.
Hey, you learned it already. You gonna get to it. I'm trying to get back to it. So it won't take me long to go through this. But I want you to have a feel for Tuskegee. A feel for Green. So consequently, he built the house in 1899 not as a showplace. A place where, not a show, but a showplace as an example for what can be done. So the others would begin to do what? The same thing. And guess what happened? Greenwood was a result of that. Does it make sense now? Greenwood came after 99. After the house was built, and other people started doing what? Building houses just like the same degree. They're tearing many of them down if you go around on Washington Avenue. Many of those are around that same period of time. Very fashionable. Big houses with big windows and the like. Go down there before all of them are going down so you can get a feel for it and see it, okay? All right, now, I guess I got a couple more questions. I got a couple more corn. I'm going to ask you a few other things, okay? But I better get into what Dr. Daniels asked me to come and do. But I get excited about this Tuskegee because everybody that you can name, if you name me anybody, that's somebody, they've been in Tuskegee. So all roads didn't lead to Rome, they led to where? Now, where'd you go? Tom Jones from here. Tom Jones, Omega brother. All right. Lionel Richards? Yeah. All right. I wasn't even talking about those that are more than that. I'm talking about going back some. Mary McLeod Bethune? I got her on my phone. She's right here, right standing in front of the statue. Nosy Hurston?
Yeah.
Right here. Only 10 miles away where she was born. Where she born? Notasulga, Alabama. Okay? Tuskegee is somewhere. When you go out from this place, when you go out from this room today, you stick your chest out. Because you at a school and like none other. PWIs all black. This school was literally carved out of the mud by students. The building you're in right now, and there were 38 trades in this area here. 38. Can you name me one?
Architecture.
Architect. What else?
Mechanical science.
What else?
Carpentry.
What else? Plumbing. Name it. Come on. What else? When I was a kid, they were here. All our cars were fixed right here. Mechanic, automobile mechanics, electricity, all the trades were right here. On all these buildings here. I used to get my car fixed right around the corner here. Mr. Rankin was the one who fixed the car. He was over all the automobile mechanics. I guess you said, wait a minute, you dating yourself, aren't you? Yeah. All right, another question. How old was Booker T. Washington when he died?
53.
Huh?
53?
Oh no, I thought you had it.
I want to say in his 40s.
I guess I'm not
Back
gonna
in 1950.
I'm not gonna get these things away on.
I was about to say 39.
Huh?
I was about to say 39.
Well, you got the right one number right.
59?
All right. Young man, but yet did a lot of things within those periods. Not so, it doesn't matter so much how long you live, but it's what you do what. While you live. That's another one that I know, that number one, he only lived 33 years, but he changed the world. 33 years. Ministry was only 3 years long, but yet he changed the whole fabric of the world. All right. Who was that? Oh, yeah. You got a corn? All right. Well, I wanted you to have a feel. Anybody else? What other person can you name? What What about Muhammad Ali? Yeah. What about Elijah Muhammad? Yeah. What about Marcus Garvey's here? Frederick Douglass. Going down the list. You name a person. What was the man that developed, who discovered blood plasma? Ooh.
Somebody.
He was a major
Oh man, what's his man's name?
Charles Drew. No reflect on capital now. Charles Drew. Everybody you named came was here. Matter of fact, who's the poet? What's the poet's name? My what? Tell you a little story before I get in here. She came down and she was with several other, who else was that she was with?
Dick Gregory.
Dick Gregory,
And, Rita Dunn.
Rita Dunn.
I can't think of who.
The other one was
Betty Shabazz.
Betty Shabazz. Who's Betty Shabazz?
Muhammad Ali.
Malcolm X.
Malcolm X.
Man's daughter.
Yeah.
Wife. Wife.
That was his wife.
His wife. That was his wife.
She's a graduate of the
I read the
nursing
poem
program.
that's in here. It's called Tuskegee, a City High on Hill. So Johnny Ford was mayor at that time. He said, well, we have my in-law, and we asked her if she would read. She said, I'm not reading tonight. I'm not reading. I'm on retreat. I'm not reading. So he said, well, I'll look for Laura who's going to read this poem. I read two poems, Will You Still Love Me? And also I read Tuskegee, City High on Hill. She told Betty Shabazz, she said, go get my stuff. In other words, this little upstart not going to sit up here and do what? And outdo me. And she read what? I Rise. And the other one that she wrote. Okay, now, let me get into Black Town and something real fast. Any questions before we do that? On Booker T. Washington, on Tuskegee. Tuskegee was founded July 4th, what? I know you know that. Because right now, you got a contest going on right now about naming the what? Oh, Lord. Have mercy. Oh, come on. Are y'all in school at Tuskegee? I mean, I don't even go here. I think it's the name of the title.
Mascot need to be parlay anyway.
Huh? What is that?
We need to be parlay.
Need to be parlay. Okay. Hey, I'm not gonna get there, but hey, I say Skiggy, parlay. What Albert? What Top?
The other names were bad. They were like Heritage. What?
Pride.
Parlay.
Somebody said 81. Why they want 81 on the jersey? Why 81 on the jersey?
Cause that's the year Tuskegee.
All right, but also, what about the date? July 4th. What about 4? Most of your quarterbacks are what numbers from where? They're your lower numbers up.
Yeah.
All right, so what about a 4? For July 4th? So there's a lot of.
already wear that number.
Huh?
Somebody already wear
Oh, they got the number already. They got 81 already too, don't
I don't think nobody's wearing it right
they?
now.
Oh, okay.
If
Well,
they're not playing.
this is what we're saying. Get your minds kicking and get your name in. See, if you want Skiggy, get Skiggy. If you want Pride, get Pride. Whatever it is, but get involved with your university. We went to school here. We're alumni at Tuskegee as well. We went to Central State in Ohio. That's where we met. We married 55 years. After a lot of
Can't say that.
a lot of things, but anyway.
Everybody can't say that.
But basically, this is our alma mater. This is where we went to school and we taught and we worked here for some 25 years. And I want to get now into Black Town and Settlement so that we can get out of here. Any questions about what we've talked about already? Just want to get you fired up and to get you interested in what Booker T was all about, because it wasn't just about him, it wasn't just about Tuskegee, which what we're going to find out. Booker T. Town and Settlement. Booker T. was one of the most sought after men in the world, nationally and internationally. All right? Being advisor of 3 United Presidents, I think we told you, McKinley, Taft, and Roosevelt. He was also called the Wizard of Tuskegee. Test question. Another name you're gonna find. What was Booker T. Washington called? He was called the Wizard. Why do you think he was called the Wizard?
Cause he did stuff nobody else did.
He did stuff, I like that. He did stuff nobody else did. And how many degrees did Booker T. Washington have? Let's see if I got a poem. I got 1.
0.
Well, I tell you what, you gonna get them all, aren't you? Tell them again, how many degrees?
0.
0. He had a certificate from Hampton, 2-year certificate. But it's not what you have, it's what you do with what you have, okay? He came and he changed, who had the only earned master's degree on campus? Who can, see if I get another.
George Washington Carver?
Oh my goodness.
Who would say that?
Yeah.
My parents are in here. I gotta know this stuff.
Hey, well, see, it pays to know. Now, those are not just, that's money right there. I use those for book scholarship for students. Every time somebody get one of those, it's either $100, all right? When they get one of those, yeah. We were at a meeting once and I sold out at $100 a piece. And if you look on them, I'll discuss those in a few minutes, because there's a lot of
Oh, they
information.
different.
Yeah, they're different.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, you got a card?
That's cool.
You got a card for this?
I did.
Oh, well, okay, that's good. And on there are numbers and various things, and we'll get into that after we get to it, if we have time with the, Black Town itself, okay? You see the numbers on there, 79, you see 150,
Mm-hmm.
all right, you see 37, all right, all of 47, I'm sorry, 47. All those numbers on there, they mean something, okay. Let me get in Black Town and something. All right, so Booker T. Washington, as I said before, was one of the most sought after men in the world, nationally and internationally. And it's called the Wizard of Tuskegee, and Tuskegee was called the Tuskegee Machine. I think we've gone over there already. Many schools across the nation had bear the name of Tuskegee, of Booker T. Washington. Why? Because they used the same concept that he did here at Tuskegee, okay? But many doing that, they incorporated principles of teaching self-help education, educating the hand. I think your teacher already mentioned the hand, the head, and the heart. Elementary, high schools, and private schools, colleges, and towns, all at places and schools named after Booker T. Washington. What's the T for?
Telephone.
Taliaferro. Okay, Booker Taliaferro. Where did that name come from? You don't have an idea? The people that he stayed, the people who owned them,
Yeah.
were the Taliaferros.
Yeah.
And he picked the name Washington, just like George Washington Carver picked the name Washington as well. Very interesting, wasn't it? But basically, that's where that name came, Taliaferro. The alliance as Booker Washington Towns, as it's called, is called this because in the early 1880s, Dr. Booker Washington not only led the effort to develop Tuskegee Institute, the community around what is now Tuskegee University, as an historical black town assembly, but he also played a major role in encouraging the organization and development of these 4 other historical black towns and settlements as well. And those 5 black towns are, can you name me one? Tuskegee is one of those. All right, another one of those is Eatonville. Another one of those is Mount Bayou. Another one is Hopkins City, and the other one is Grambling. I'm gonna give you the dates in which they were founded as well. Eatonville was founded in 1887. Mount Bayou was founded in 1887. Hopkins City founded in 1899, and Grambling founded in the late 1890s and home of Grambling University now. The 5 historical towns and the mayors of those towns are, number 1 at that time when this was formed, number 1 it was Mayor Johnny Ford of Tuskegee, Alabama. This is when the alliance was completed. Mayor Johnny Ford, Mayor Alberta McCrory, McCrory, Hopkins City, Alabama. Mayor Bruce Mount, Eatonville, Florida. Mayor Darrell Johnson, Mount Bayou, Mississippi. And Mayor Ed Jones. Am I going too fast?
Yeah.
Okay, let me go them again then.
But we recording it, y'all. They can read
All
it.
right.
They can listen to it.
Mayor Ed Jones of Grambling, Louisiana. Matter of fact, speaking of that, Booker T. Washington sent Lewis Adams' brother, Charles Philip Adams, who lived in Brustley, Louisiana, which is West Baton Rouge Parish, a native of Tuskegee Institute and a graduate of Tuskegee Institute. Booker T. Washington sent him to Grambling, down to that area. And he followed Booker T. Washington's advice to travel to North Louisiana to develop a school. So on November 1st, 1901, what was formed? Grambling. And it was because Booker T. Washington sent Lewis Adams' brother down to found that school. That was in 1901. He found a school opening in Lincolnsburg, which is in 1974, became known as Grambling University. Okay. These mayors of America's most historical towns have formed an alliance to protect and preserve for future generations the heritage, history, and cultural traditions of alliance, such as those who follow will have the ability to assume stewardship, to understand, interpret, and appreciate the historical places that we have throughout that Booker T. Washington was familiar with, okay? And again, I wanna go over those names again. Tuskegee is in Macon County, Alabama. Settled, and Tuskegee was settled in what year? 1833. And it was incorporated in 1843, and it's 181 year old. So the poem that I wrote for the city, Tuskegee, a city high on the hill, was for the sesquicentennial. And what is sesquicentennial? What do you think it might mean if Tuskegee is 141 years old? What is sesquicentennial? Well, now I just told you, give me a hint.
Is that a way to say it in a different?
No, all right, sesquicentennial. Centennial is what? 100. Oh, we know it's more than 100. All right, so sesqui, huh?
What's on the bottom?
150 years. So for the 150 years, Johnny Ford called and said, Carver, look, they call me Carver here in Tuskegee. That's how I know when you're from Tuskegee. They call me Carver if you're from Tuskegee. Lionel Richie called me Carver. Tom Joyner called me Carver. Those from Tuskegee said Carver. Those from outside said Reverend Lennard, William Lennard, Bill, or just Lennard, all right? So that's how I can tell it. But anyway, you're absolutely right. It's 150 years. So Johnny Ford called and said, Carver, I need a poem for the sesquicentennial of Tuskegee. Can you get one together? I said, huh? So it took me a couple of weeks, and we were praying over and everything else. We put together this poem, which I think is in here. We won't go through it right now, but it's Tuskegee, a city hall here. And this is the book that we wrote called Tuskegee, There's No Place Like What. And much of the information I've given you about Tuskegee to a great degree is in this book, along with Lionel Richie, along with some of the others who were all in Boy Scouts together, okay?
Why did you title it Tuskegee, the place high on the hill, when Tuskegee is literally in a valley?
Tuskegee is not in the valley.
It's in a bowl.
No.
It's on a hill.
It's just the opposite. It's on a hill. And so you have right. I'm glad you asked that question. But it's on a hill that the paper, the Tuskegee News of 1838, talks about Tuskegee, the town of Tuskegee, and how beautiful the surrounding areas are with its rolling hills. If you notice all around in Macon County, nothing but up and down, and down, all right? Those are rolling hills. I'm a real estate broker, okay? Those are rolling hills. And people like that land, where that land is. A lot of land, if you go out in the bayou country, down in New Zealand, is what? Flat. Go out and take flat. This is rolling, up and down, all right? And in the 1838 paper, it said Tuskegee is one of the most beautiful places to live in Alabama, with its high hills. And at that time, they were concerned about places to live because there was a disease that was very prevalent during that time. Listen, I hear you. Very prevalent during that time, and fresh air was very important. Now you should be hitting it now. Syphilis doesn't have anything to do with fresh air. But what is it? Come on. What is polio don't have anything to do with syphilis with fresh air either. What is it? What is it? Tuberculosis. Tuberculosis was very prevalent. As a matter of fact, in my message I'm going to give on November 3rd at the chapel, I'm talking about that as well. That number one, about how there were diseases here. My parents used to, you know what they taught us when we were youngsters? Don't eat anywhere.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Go and people ask you for something, you say what? No thank you. And that messed me up and messed my ministry up. You'll hear this again if you come to the chapel on November 3rd. But anyway, it messed my ministry up. Why? Because when you go to people's houses, they want the minister to do what? Eat. Especially chicken and whatever, you know. And sometimes it looked good and smelled good, but it resonated in my mind with my parents would say no thank you. And the reason for it is because many places, number one, they didn't know where, but the tuberculosis virus was very prevalent, along with other things. And they wanted to make sure you stayed healthy. And then they said not to take gifts from anybody as well. Because I'm bringing that up because right now I know you're old and can protect yourself. But somebody's coming through Macon County now, and they're passing out, waving $100 bills.
Yeah.
Okay? They're passing out waving $100 bills at the kids, trying to attract them, and gifts. And they told us not to accept anything from strangers. And now it's back all again. What goes around comes around, like we're back again. And what we've had 3 young girls be what? Killed already. One in Birmingham, one in Pennsylvania, another one in what? Virginia, Carolina. Found in a dumpster. One was found in a park. One was found in a landfill. So be very, very careful, even you adults, as you go out, because there are people out here who don't mean you well, all right? All right, I gotta get started. Okay, so Tuskegee, Macon County, still, 1833, and it is on a hill. Everything goes down. If you know, just next time you go to Montgomery, you go down to Montgomery, go up Auburn, you go slightly up to Auburn. All right, but Tuskegee is on a hill, and that paper 1838, we have witness to that. Grambling, Louisiana, settled 1865, incorporated 1953, it's 149 years old. Hobson City, Calhoun County, Alabama, settled 1865, incorporated 1899, 149 years old. Edenville, and what great festival they have down in Edenville? You all just named the lady who number one would live here in North. What's her name? Zora Neale Hurston. They have a Zora Neale Hurston Festival down in Edenville, Florida every year. Matter of fact, they just had the first conference of black towns and settlements here a couple weeks ago. It was a couple weeks last week.
A couple
All
weeks
right?
ago.
And everybody from Africa, everywhere else were here. Because they also had the Black Mayors of World Conference of Mayors along with that. And they were here and we were able to talk about Tuskegee a little bit and also read the poem as well. But next time you come in, be sure to try to see if you can go down and catch that. But Hobson City.
He made us go.
Oh, did y'all go?
Yeah.
I thought I'd seen some of y'all down there.
He made us
Oh,
go.
well, hey, be glad.
I am, but still, he made it mandatory.
Look at, that's the first one. So you're a part of the first. So now they're gonna have it every year. So you can say, I've been there, I was at the first one, okay? Did y'all hear the lady from Africa, the ambassador? You already heard her? Yeah, she was a dynamic speaker. Okay, Hobson City, Calhoun County, Alabama, 1865, they have that one. Incorporated 1899, 149 years old. Edenville, settled 1881, incorporated 1887, 125 years old. Mount Bayou, and who do we say Booker T. Washington sat down to? Booker T. Washington was very fond of Mount Bayou for some reason. I want you next time what you do is research on, find out why was he more concerned, or he was concerned about Mount Bayou over the other four towns and settlements. Okay. That's in Bolivia County, Mississippi, settled in 1887, incorporated 1898, 116 years old. The mayors engaged a man by the name of Everett L. Fly, a planner and developer, to provide a comprehensive scope of planning and historical preservation. He had expertise as a principal and also a consultant, and that is what he did. He put together the Black Towns and Settlement Alliance proposal. The purpose of the alliance is to allow 5 towns to jointly benefit. This is the purpose. To allow the 5 towns to jointly benefit from the common proud heritage and seek funding and programs which will benefit all the citizens of all 5 towns. There's something very much in common with all of them, the history that is there. Okay, having organized the alliance, have been incorporated, they sought funding. The first funding began in May 2014. They have secured money for tourism. One of the greatest things that we can do here in Tuskegee is develop our what? Tourism. Everybody comes here, but they don't stay here. And you in the building, some of you are in the building science and like, you need to get busy after you graduate, put up hotels. We've been saying this ever since 1969. Hotels, motels, and everything else here in Tuskegee. Because it's gonna be a biggie. It's gonna resurface. It's already doing it now. How many people been to Popeye? It was loaded down there for the first day. You couldn't hardly get in there. So people are hungry in Tuskegee for what? For business, for new things. So you're young, get started, buy land, do what Booker T. Washington advised, buy land, and get started putting something up. Because people come to Tuskegee, and they come in, they get your history, and stay hour, 2 hours, and then they leave and go where? Auburn, Montgomery, and spend their what? Money. Leave us nothing. All right? But yet they want to know the history that's here. They want to know that, number one, all the people who've been here, and all the people who have stood here. Now, why is it that Farrakhan and also Elijah Muhammad wanted to buy Tuskegee University?
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I didn't.
Well, look at Elijah Muhammad was the first one. That was in 1938. He was trying to buy Tuskegee University. Here recently, who was here a few years back? Farrakhan. And Farrakhan reopened that issue of buying Tuskegee University. Instead, he put on Blue Seas restaurant downtown. You know what Blue Seas is?
Yeah.
All right, he established that here, because Tuskegee was too much for him. Hell, he can't buy Tuskegee. All right, Tuskegee University. But hey, that's what everybody wants. They would like to have part. Let me ask you another question. I know you're a Cap. I know my brother's a Cap holder, but I'm an Omega. And we generally every year we have a conclave. No, I'm not. This is not for bragging rights right now. This is for education. Every year we have a conclave. They do too, in Kappas, okay? And we generally try to pick a place where number one, everybody can have places to stay and what? Entertainment and what else? Eat, what else? Sleep, what else? History and everything else, right? You want everything to be accomplished within that package so that it can be a learning experience. In 1925, what do you think will make it held a conclave at? You know, I think that missed you did. One of you here did.
Had to.
Huh? Why would they have, what was here in Tuskegee for them to bring all those Omegas here? Think about it. Huh? The history was here. Where did they stay?
Not in Tuskegee. You wouldn't know.
They stayed in Tuskegee.
They did?
Yeah.
It was all, they stayed in Kellogg.
No.
You got to dig a little deeper than that. It's Kellogg one, yeah. Dorothy Hall was there. It was called Dorothy Hall. Some of them stayed there. But see, that was on the whole 70 people. Now, wait a minute. Where else would they have stayed? Come on.
On campus.
On campus, maybe in a dormitory. Some of them might have stayed down where else?
To make the motel down.
Well, that might have been part of, I don't know if Make Motel was built then though. Well, wait a minute, yes it was.
Yes,
Yeah, it's been changed, it might have been open during that time. Where else?
Oh, I think it was a hotel, years ago before that too,
Where'd you stay? Where'd you stay before there was hotels?
Where'd you stay for those there? I
Oh,
like
what's
that.
the
There
it was they stayed at other people's houses.
Other people's houses,
But
okay.
it was like a whole.
What else? Believe it or not, there were at least 5 places here that had cottages out in the woods.
He said they have what?
They had cottages. Maybe 40, 50 of them. Each one, 40, 50, with pools tourists is down here. And they had a lot of them. They had a lake on there. They had barbecue pits out there. So people could stay there as well as have entertainment as well. Flossie had the same thing down here by, as you get ready to go on the interstate, go to Montgomery. So there were places to stay. They made do. They didn't have big fancy hotels, but they had places for individuals to stay all around. Then they had the history was here, food was here, because there were restaurants all around this place. When I was a kid, restaurants are all from where, what's that business, what's the business school?
Bremer.
Bremer. From Bremer all the way to Great College, nothing but restaurants. On the right-hand side, and the filling station on the left. All right? So there were a lot of things here. There were mom and pop grocery stores and like all over. So people would make, they were like almost a black Wall
Street, Wall
like
Street.
Wall Street. All right? I think that's in my message as well, of the black towns and black, other black towns that Booker T. Washington dealt with. But Black Wall Street, where is that? Tulsa. Where was the other one? There was one that was burned, one of the cities that was burned, I think it's in my message. Let me see if I can get to it. Down in Rosewood, down in where?
Mississippi.
Down in Florida.
Oh.
Rosewood?
That is Rosewood, Mississippi.
All right.
And, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Go ahead.
Also, it's a TV show called, I think, Watchmen.
Mhm.
It's season 1, episode 1. It actually talks about the Tulsa, the bombing and stuff like that. That I just saw it last night.
Did you?
Yeah, and it's like really touched me because like